girls, and welcome back to week 7 of reading. This week we are going to be reading a nonfiction article, and we're going to decide if some of the details in the passage are fact or if they are opinions. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to kind of bring up a similar article to your assignment. It is right here. But first, I'm going to try to go over with you about what a fact or what an opinion is. Okay? So if a statement is a fact or an opinion, to understand, you're going to reread the ideas used to support the author's claim. So if it's a fact, that means you can prove it. Okay? That means it's true no matter what it says. Okay? If it's an opinion, that's just how someone feels or thinks. Okay? And does it change depending on who you talk to? That means one person might like dogs and say dogs are a better pet to have than a cat. But someone else's opinion might say, no, cats are better. So that's just depending on what that person thinks. Can't be proven, okay? So I am going to bring up this article. It is called Wild Pets, okay? I'm gonna read it and you're gonna follow along with me. Wild Pets. Are you thinking about a new pet? At some shops and websites, you might see more than just dogs and cats. A growing number of pet sellers are offering wild creatures like hedgehogs, otters, and even tigers. A pet that's wild and not used to people is known as an exotic pet. Having one may seem like fun, but experts say it can spell trouble for both you and the animal. Playing it safe is our next heading. Our concerns with exotic pets is safety. In 2017, a kid in Iowa was injured. And remember these highlighted words, if you don't know what they mean, you can go down here and it's down here. Injured means hurt. So a kid in Iowa was injured after her family's pet wolf attacked her. It was one of about 100 reported attacks by exotic pets in the past decades. While there are many attacks by regular pets, experts say that exotic pets may be especially unpredictable. Unpredictable means you're not really sure what they're going to do. Even cute creatures like hedgehogs can be a danger. Don't let their tiny size fool you, says Angela Grimes, the head of an animal organization. Hedgehogs can bite and they can carry diseases. The wild side. Being a pet can be bad for a wild animal too. Many of these creatures are taken from their natural habitat. Habitat is the place where an animal or a plant lives. Baby otters, for example, often live in groups in rivers. But as pets, they might live alone in a cage. They might swim in a bathtub once in a while. Today, the internet makes it easy to buy some wild animals. But Grimes asks people to think twice. Even if you take the best care of an exotic animal, that animal isn't living in the wild where it belongs, she said. All right, so I just read this article. Now what we're gonna do together now is we are gonna go through here and we're gonna decide if some of the statements are fact and opinions. So if you look right here, here is a sheet. You are gonna get a sheet kind of similar to this and you're gonna be using a different article. But I'm going to use the article Wild Pets, and I'm going to do the fact or opinion with you. So follow along. Number, a fact. A fact is something that can be proven true, and then an opinion is what someone thinks or feels. Okay? So in 2017, which is the statement, a kid in Iowa was injured after her family's pet wolf attacked. Okay? So I'm going to go back to my story and kind of read the sentence or maybe read around it because that might help me decide, is this a fact? Is this something that can be proven true, or is this an opinion? Is this something that someone just thinks or feels? Okay, so I'm going to go back to my article here, and it's right here. In 2017, a kid in Iowa was injured after her family's pet wolf attacked her. So looking at this statement here, I see that it does have a date, right? And it even has a location on where the kid was injured. So I am certain that that is a fact. It's something that can be true. So I am going to put fact. Okay. Now I'm going to move along to the next statement. Hedgehogs can bite and they carry diseases. So I need to go back and decide, is this a fact or is this an opinion? Okay, so I'm going to look for it. Hedgehogs can bite and they can carry diseases. Oh, I found it. Hedgehogs can bite and they can carry diseases. All right. So hedgehogs can bite and they can carry diseases. So let's look at our chart here. A fact is something that can be proven true. An opinion is what someone thinks or feels. So I believe it is a fact, right? It's something that can be proven. If you get bit by a hedgehog, you can get a disease, right? And they carry diseases if you're bit by them. So I am going to put fact here. It's something that can be proven. If someone gets bitten, it can be proven because they may get a disease from it. And if they get bit from it, that means it's true, right? It's a fact. They do bite. Right, I'm going on to my next statement now. Having one may seem like fun. So I need to go back in here and I'm going to find the sentence. Having one may seem like fun. Okay. Well, thinking about this sentence, having one hedgehog might seem like fun. To me, a hedgehog might be fun, but maybe to you, you would think, oh no, I do not think a hedgehog would be fun. It would be scary because they could bite me. So that right there is how someone thinks or feels, right? So that is an opinion. It is not a fact. It can't be proven, right? It is someone's personal opinion. That's just how they think. All right, now moving on to my next statement. Being a pet can be bad for a wild animal too. All right, so I'm gonna go find this here. Being a pet can be bad for a wild animal too. I'm gonna keep reading because sometimes you might not be sure. So I'm gonna keep reading and kind of look for those context clues to help me decide, is this a fact or is this an opinion? Many of these creatures are taken from their natural habitat. Okay. Baby otters, for example, often live in groups in rivers. Okay, so they're kind of giving me details, right? And they're supporting it's gonna be a fact, right? Because if being a pet can be bad for a wild animal too. If you take a pet or a wild animal and make it as a pet, that may not be good, right? Because they don't have their other animals to help them or protect them, right? Taking an otter or a beaver and putting it into your house, that's not going to be good for the animal, right? So that's going to be a fact. My next statement, baby otters, for example, often live in groups in rivers. All right, so I'm going to go back here. Baby otters often live, here it is, right here. Baby otters often live in groups in rivers. All right, so they're telling me the exact location where they're located, right? And I could even go look in a river and see if they're there. And I'm sure there are some rivers that have baby otters, right? So this isn't a fact. They're exactly telling me where the baby otters can live. All right. All right, boys and girls. So we just did this fact and opinion chart together. You are going to also finish one on your own, except yours is going to be a different article that you're going to read, okay? So you are going to be reading this nonfiction article called Buyer Beware, okay? It is located in your packets on pages 13 and 14, okay? So pages 13 and 14 are right here. So you're going to be reading this, okay? When you are finished reading it, then you are also going to have a facts and opinion worksheet to answer as well. The facts and opinion worksheet isn't next to, you know how normally it comes after, it's located, it's going to be on page 40. So I'll show you right here. So it's located right here on page 40. Notice it's set up, it has statements, and it has, you're either going to write fact or opinion, just like we did together, except you're going to be reading a different article. All right. When you are finished with that, you are going to have your parents take a picture of your finished one, and then you are going to send it to my email, my cell phone, or Class Dojo. And if you're not sure if it's a fact or opinion and you get stuck, just have your parents call or text me, and I can kind of help you decide, is it going to be a fact or is this statement going to be an opinion? Okay, I know you're all going to do an amazing job, and I'll see you next time. Bye.